guys, happy Thursday. Hope you guys are all having a good week. I wanted to hop on here and just talk to you guys a little bit about our week and what's been happening. We've had an interesting start to our week. So a couple weeks ago, we had a mom and her little girls come to our gate asking for help. It was a Sunday morning, so the girls were at church, so we didn't have anybody that could communicate really well, so we sent her away and told her to come back again whenever somebody was here. I believe it was 2 or 3 nights later, she came back in the evening, and our yard guy, Alexon, was still here, so he was actually able to talk to her a little bit and find out, what she was needing. So she was asking for help for school for her little girl. The little girl's dad has died, so that she doesn't have a dad to take care of her. She's pregnant again with a different man, and she just doesn't have money for food. She kept listing needs that she had. So a lot of times people will use these situations to just try to get some money. So we wanted to make sure we handled this properly. So we told her to come back with information of where her daughter goes to school, and we would kind of go from there. So this past Monday, she actually did come back in the morning, and our language teacher, Gregory, was here. And so he was able to translate for us and found out that, her daughter, she had only been able to pay a little bit of her school, and I guess the school was wanting her to finish paying for hers to be able to finish the year, which the school year ends end of July. And it was only like $50 is what she owed. And then she was saying, she doesn't have a bed, she's 8 months pregnant, she's about to have another baby, and she was actually so desperate, she even asked, would we just take her little girl, that way she could have a better home. So that's really heartbreaking. Like, as a mom, I can't imagine being so desperate for my little girl or my child to, here, take my child away. So she does have other children that are living with other people because she can't take care of them. So it was heartbreaking. So we decided that the next day she would come back, we'd go to her house, and we would go to the little girl's school. So we left the next morning. We went to her house. It's just a couple miles away. So her house, I shouldn't even say house, her room, she's renting a room from somebody. It was just a 12 by 12 concrete wall floor, no electricity, no running water, nothing. And so that was really heartbreaking to see. I really had to just control my emotions. It was just, I have so much. Like, I have really felt that overwhelming of just how blessed I am. And, why me? Why am I so blessed? So anyway, that was really emotional. But then we left and we went to her little girl's school, which is not far from here either. We actually pass it every time we go to the grocery store. So we went in, we talked to the principal and the assistant principal and kind of found out, how much does she owe, those sorts of things. And they were, it was about $50 is how much she still owed to be able to finish this year. And then also most schools provide lunch, but you have to pay for it. Well, the mom hasn't been able to pay for the little girl to have lunch at school. So from the sounds of it, she hasn't really been eating lunch. So a little 7-year-old girl not getting to eat lunch, that's just, really broke our hearts. So we were able to go ahead and pay for her to be able to finish school this year, and then paid so she could have lunch every day for the rest of the school year. And the principal was so appreciative. He was like, thank you so much, for helping her, and they need help, but there's also lots of other children here that need that help. And so it's just overwhelming. So they actually brought her in. Her name is Fabiola, and she was just the sweetest little girl. We immediately my heart, I took her, I grabbed her hands, and I asked her, what her name was. Did she like going to school? And I told her my name and Riley's name, and just tried to show her, the love of Christ. So anyway, we could keep talking about this, but I just want to leave you guys with 3 prayer requests if you can. So the first prayer request is just that we would be able to help her spiritually. She did tell us she goes to church, but it doesn't seem that she is very serious, and there are a lot of Haitians that do go to church but also still practice voodoo and all that. So really that we'd be able to help her know Jesus and be set free and to be able to walk closely with him. 2 is, how can we help the mom? How can we help her? Is it, by paying for her to go to sewing class so that she can learn a trade, so that she can then, provide for herself and her future? And then, just how can we continue to help the little girl and others like her? They definitely fall into that vulnerable women and children. So just be praying for us to have wisdom, that we'd be able to do things in a way that sets people up for success in the future and doesn't just create a dependency on us. So thank you guys so much for your prayers. We can really feel it. We just love hearing from each of you, and we really want to keep you guys informed of what's going on here. So I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk soon.